So this is hopefully going to be a short and sweet video on surface area and volume of spheres. So we know a sphere, that's like a ball essentially. So any kind of round figure like this is a sphere. Most of our context for spheres are planets or some kind of like basketball ball of some kind. So the formula for the surface area of a sphere is kind of interesting. It's equal to 4 times pi r squared. You're going to notice pi r squared, that's just the area of a circle. So 4 areas of a circle based on the same radius gets you a sphere. And if you were to actually peel an orange into infinitely small pieces, this is not a perfect illustration, but if you had infinite small pieces, you'd be able to fill up 4 circles with the peel is the idea on that surface area, the area of the outside. So if you have a sphere and the radius is 2 inches, to find the surface area, you literally just plug it in and go for it. So if the radius is 2, surface area is 4 pi 2 squared, or that's 4, so like 16 pi. If you want an estimation, we can use our calculator, get an estimation. 16 pi is 50.26 square inches. So surface area, pretty straightforward. Just plug it into the formula and go for it. Volume, not too far off. It's a little bit more complicated for a formula though. The volume of a sphere is given by 4/3 times pi times r cubed. Remember, when you cube something, that's multiplying by itself 3 times. That is not multiplying by 3. So on your calculator, you have a little up arrow above the x squared button. That up arrow is your exponent. You'll press the up arrow, then 3. So if you want to find the volume of a sphere with a radius of 3, volume is equal to 4/3 times pi r cubed, 3 cubed. 3 cubed is not 9, 3 cubed is 27. So make sure, why don't you try this with me and make sure you get the exact same answer as I do. I get 113.09, it's like 113.1 cubic meters. And remember, for volume, our units are cubic. This formula comes from calculus, so I'm not really going to get into where this comes from, but it's basically taking a circle and playing with it 3-dimensionally and rotating it. So that's where that comes from. For our purposes, we're just going to use it. So as long as you can cube something on the calculator, you should be good to go. This is basically it for volume and surface area of spheres. It can't really get much more complicated, but I'm going to show us just a couple more extensions we can do. So if we're asked to find the volume of this solid, it says the top is a hemisphere, which is a half of a sphere, that goes into the top of a cylinder. So it's like a bowl going in there, like a bird bath or something. Our plan here is we're going to take a cylinder minus half of a sphere. So the formula for the volume of a cylinder is base times height. So 4.8 squared times pi times the height of 9. That's the volume of the cylinder, going back to 12.4, minus 1/2 of a sphere. And the sphere we know is 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed, which is 4.8 cubed. And I went kind of fast. The reason I'm doing 1/2 is because we only want half of the sphere, not the whole sphere. So now it's just a calculator problem. Just plug it in. I'll do that right now. Pi 9 minus times pi times 4.8 cubed. I get 419.82. That'd be cubic inches. And that essentially wraps us up for all of 12.6. It's really just a couple formulas and then using them differently if you need to.